Hey everybody, Dr. Ray, Chiropractic Plus, and today I want to talk about something that is very common in today's world, and that's something called insulin resistance. All right. Now, insulin resistance, we want to change that to insulin sensitivity. We want to make sure we're getting the body able to manage sugar properly, so we don't end up developing type 2. And then end up on medication, which leads us into shots, which lead us into damage to the pancreas, and ultimately into type 1 diabetes and a lifetime of shots and insulin. So let's talk about how insulin resistance is created. Now, the first step in insulin resistance, we eat too darn much sugar. So insulin is the storage molecule, all right? So when you put sugar inside your mouth, that comes, now when I talk about sugar, I'm not just talking about soda pop, candy bars, white sugar in your coffee. I'm talking about sugar and things that become sugar. That could include things like your fresh fruits. I hate to say that, but fruits are high fructose, which is terrible, the very worst kind of sugar you can have. Then there's grains that include tortillas, breads, rice. All those things are critical there. What other things? Corn and corn products. God, I love corn so much, but you know what? It just cranks up the sugar. High fructose corn syrup. You see it all over the place as an additive. And of course, the processed sugars and alcohol is also a sugar. So these are things that we need to watch out for, number one, and push our body more towards fat as a primary fuel source. But what do? We eat too much sugar. So everything starts to process through the pancreas. And when we eat sugar, it goes into the gut, and then the brain makes a phone call instantly to the pancreas to crank up insulin. So now insulin is released very quickly. Now, the more simple and pre-digested the sugar is, the faster the response to insulin occurs. So insulin skyrockets. Now, insulin is basically a storage molecule. It comes in the bloodstream and starts snagging up sugar. Okay, snagging, grabbing. And the first thing it does, it grabs it and stuffs it inside the liver. That's a source of glycogen, which is instant energy first thing in the morning for most people. So then it goes, okay, the liver's full. Now we're going to go ahead and grab a bunch of sugar and we're going to shove it inside the muscles. Muscle for the same purpose. Now we overconsume sugar. Okay, so what happens? Body goes, what am I going to do with all this extra sugar? We don't want to lose it. I know, let's convert it to fat. So it takes it, converts it into fat. Next thing you know, we got a big belly, we got the big hips, we got the big butts. Okay, so we start developing the obesity problem. Okay, now we keep doing this over and over again. And ultimately, I want you to think about it like a relationship with your wife, okay? So you first get married, and what happens? Honey, would you take out the trash? That's insulin. And, oh, I'm the sugar mom. Oh, I'd love to do that for you. That's great. So they just talk nice to each other. Then pretty soon, as longer you're married, you start more and more, I need you to take out the trash. I said take out the trash. I said take out the trash. Take out the trash. Okay? And pretty soon, the insulin receptor quits listening. Okay, it just sits on the couch. And so insulin tries to plug into the receptor site and it can't get in. Now, what's crazy is you go in for standard blood chemistry and your medical doctor will see you have high blood sugar. What's he give you? More insulin, louder screaming. And so he gives you the insulin or the metformin, the glipizide, or the actose, which causes increased receptor sensitivity or increased production, and it gets worse and worse, and that's why you end up damaging it to the point where your pancreas quits working, the receptor sites are permanently damaged, and now we have this thing called insulin resistance. So now the more and more sugar we eat, the more we have just to feel satisfied, and we are getting more and more obese, low and lower energy, and it's just a catch-22 all around. So fix this. We got to fix it. Number one, we have to make sure we're subluxation free. We got to make sure the brain is connected through the nervous system to tell the pancreas, muscle, and liver to do the appropriate thing. All right. So number one, we got to make sure we got an adequate and fully functioning nervous system. Now, the next thing we're going to use is something called Pure Path Fiber. Now, what Pure Path Fiber does, this goes into your gut and it slows the absorption of your nutrients, giving your pancreas a break. So pushing things towards the liver. So the slower the digestion, the slower absorption, the slower the insulin response. And again, the slower the response, the less likely you're going to develop the insulin resistance. Now, the glucose support, this has some amazing nutrients in it that's going to help to heal the receptor sites. So critical stuff. So the glucose support, excellent for I don't know what the best would be, like giving the receptor sites a massage, if you will. All right, so it's got some great stuff in it. I love this product. I mean, we've had some amazing results with this. So I've got to tell you, if you're having trouble with diabetes, pre-diabetes, this is the answer. Next, we've got the final one, which is metabolic support. Now, the metabolic support, again, it's a combination of various nutrients and vitaminerals that's going to enhance the peripheral utilization of sugar. So in the end game, the 3 supplements we recommend are going to slow the digestion of the sugar and allow a more calm insulin response. You're not going to get that spike, which leads to more screaming, which causes the insulin burnout. You're going to get a supplement that's going to massage and relax, help heal those receptor sites. And the final one is going to help to use the peripheral sugars as an energy source. So guys, that's how we're going to get through this. So I hope you learned a few things, take some action steps. I'm looking forward to getting you healthy. Take care.